In this video, I'm going to try to create an app which does the remainder operation. I'm not going to go through designing of algorithm and tracing because we have already done this one, but I'm going to display to you the algorithm that we came up before. The way that we did it was we divided the number a by b. That would give us the integer and also the decimal points, and then we use the floor function to round the number I, which was a decimal number, and extract the integer portion. For instance, 1.57, the integer portion is 1. When we get j, which is the integer portion, we multiply j by the divisor, which is b, and then we subtract it from a. That would give us the remainder. For instance, if I say, let's say we want to find the remainder of 10 divided by 3. If we divide 10 by 3, we are going to get 3.3 repeating. Now, this is going to be our I, the division. Then j is going to be the floor of I. J is going to be just the integer portion, which is 3, which is the same as rounding down. And then when I have j, I said the remainder is just a, which is the numerator 10. So the remainder is 10 minus j. J is 3 times b. B is 3, the divisor. And 10 minus 9 is going to give you 1. This means that the remainder of division of 10 by 3 is 1, which is correct. Now let's duplicate this one in a thunkable application. So again, we are going to go to our account. We are going to create one project called remainder. And we are not going to choose the category or leave this one as public. The first thing that we are going to do is to drag and drop two text boxes for A and B. So I need two text inputs. So these are A and B, and then we also need a button to start the processing. We also need an alert component to display the remainder. So I'm going to type alert and then drag and drop the alert here. Now the button has to be below the text boxes. So one way of doing it, as I said before, you drag button here and then move it at the bottom, which is here. Now for the text box one, I want this one to represent A, so I'm going to change the name here to A. And the type here, I'm going to just type A, so the hint is A. This one, I'm going to rename it to B. And also the hint, I'm going to change it to B. The other thing is the button. I don't want the text to be button. I want to be something like show the remainder. And also for the alert, I need a title. I'm going to type remainder for the title. And also I just need one button which says OK. So I'm going to change confirm to OK, and I'm going to cancel the text on the cancel button. This is already set, so we are ready to write the code. So we're going to go to blocks. If we go back to our algorithm, the first thing I do is I divide A by B and put it in I. So I need to introduce a new variable called I. So I go back here, and in the variables, I'm going to initialize a variable called I. Also, I need another variable, but before I do that, I'm going to set it to 0. I need another variable. I duplicate this one and then change the name to j. So I have the two variables, I and j. Now I is a divided by b. So I go back here and I'm going to go to variables and I'm going to set the value of I. But this one has to go inside the button when it is clicked. So I'm going to drag and drop one of these here, and I'm going to set, as soon as the button is clicked, set I to a divided by b. So I'm going to go to math and I'm going to drag and drop one division block. Now the first one is a, so I'm going to go to a again, the variable, and I'm going to drag from a get text. And I want this one to be divided by b. I can go to here and then drag and drop one of these, or I can duplicate this one, put it here, and then change a to b. So I becomes a divided by b. Now the next part says j is floor I. So I go back here and I have to set j. So I'm going to go to this one and I'm going to duplicate it. I don't need this one anymore, or this one, so I'm going to put it in garbage can. This one is going to become j, so I'm going to set j to round. Instead of rounding up, I'm going to round it down. So I'm going to go to math, and now I'm going to bring this round button, round block here, and then make it round down. Now round down, I want to round down variable I. If you look at the code here, it says floor I, meaning round down I. So I have to have the variable I. To get the variable I, I'm going to go and go to the variables and I'm going to say I here. Now I'm going to put it here. So j becomes round down of variable I. The next one, I have to find a minus j times b and then return it. This is going to be the message of the alert box. So I'm going to go and I'm going to say set message here. But the message is a minus b times j. So I need the subtraction operator, which is this one, and also a multiplication operator, which is this one. Now this one is going to be a, so I need the variable a, so I get from a and I change this one to text, so get a. Okay, I put this one here, and if you look here, it says a minus j times b. So I'm going to duplicate this one and change it to b, and then I'm going to put this one here, a minus j. So I need variable j. So I'm going to duplicate this one again and change it to j now, and I'm going to put it right here. Now, if you can see that this is a very long one and it's very hard to see, if you right click on the subtraction block, there is an option which says external inputs. If you click on external inputs, you can see it becomes shorter, but it's exactly the same block. So we are setting the message of the alert box to a minus j times b. The only thing which is left is to show the alert box. So I'm going to put 1 here, and that's it. We are done. So let's go and check the result here. So we go back to design, preview. Let's divide 10 by 3. We know 10 divided by 3 gives you 3, and the remainder is 1. The remainder is 1. Let's divide 10 by 2. 10 divided by 2 gives you 5, and the remainder is 0. This is the answer.